To describe the iPhone 6 as hotly anticipated is something of an understatement. For one thing, Apple's decision to increase the size of the phone and introduce new, larger models is unprecedented, and it's breathed new life into the iPhone. The iPhone 6 is the slimmest and lightest version of the device yet. It weighs 129 grams and is a breathtaking 6.9mm thick. Visually, there are some nice changes that have been made too. For one, the edges are rounded now and meet the screen, which also has a curve to it. It gives the phone a smooth feel that's enormously pleasing to hold. The lens on the camera protrudes slightly though, which isn't as desirable, and there are also plastic lines which allow the built-in aerials to get signals for Wi-Fi, GPS and Bluetooth, as well as your network's cellular signal. The screen is now a 750 by 1334 resolution LCD with an LED backlight. It's bright, crisp and is stuffed full of detail and amazing colour. The pixel density hasn't actually increased over the 5S though, because the screen has a larger 4.7-inch screen. The new iPhone gets a small boost in processor speed too, going from 1.3 GHz to 1.4 GHz and getting a new hexa-core graphics processor. Storage gets an upgrade too, and you can now buy the iPhone with as much as 128 gigs of internal storage. The minimum is 16 GB and the 32 GB version has been replaced by a 64 gig model. Support for 802.11ac Wi-Fi means that you'll get fast downloads at home too, as long as you have a modern router. Mobile data speeds can also hit 150 megabits per second if you have 4G. Joining Android devices, there's also NFC, although it's not going to be used for anything other than Apple's payment system for now. Apple Pay is launching initially in the US and later other countries, but it will allow you to pay with a completely secure system designed to totally replace credit cards. Apple is also getting in on the home automation and health games. There are two new services built in. HomeKit allows third-party devices to interface with your phone and aggregate control of your heating, lighting and home security. HealthKit, on the other hand, is able to monitor your heart rate, calorie intake and exercise and pretty much anything else via third-party accessories. It's intended for things like fitness bands and Apple's Watch, but it also keeps medical professionals updated. The iPhone 6 is also the most graphically powerful phone Apple has produced. This means that games have more power available to them and can look more impressive than ever before. The iPhone has been an impressive gaming platform for some time now, but this takes things to a whole new level. Also included is Wi-Fi calling, which allows users to make phone calls over the internet if they are outside traditional mobile reception. There's also a feature that allows you to enable roaming in the EU, while disallowing it outside of Europe. This will allow customers to make use of the cheap roaming in Europe while protecting them from huge bills if they travel further afield. With iOS 8, Apple has also given Siri a boost. When your phone is plugged in, it can listen for Hey Siri as a spoken command and give you access to various services. You also get song recognition provided by Shazam. You can just ask Siri what song is playing and get an answer. The camera on the iPhone 6 gets a boost too. Although the specs stay the same, the best improvement is now that it's possible to shoot 240 frames per second slow motion video at 720p, as well as 1080p video at 60 frames a second. The still camera now features a faster lens, which means you can take photos in much darker conditions, and electronic image stabilization that should mean you'll get blur-free low light images. The sensor also has something Apple calls focus pixels, which allows the camera to get an even more accurate focus lock and do so even quicker. It might sound slightly obvious, but the iPhone 6 is a big improvement over the 5S with some really great new features.